Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, project you live as a champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. Smackdown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now. Yeah, there we go, bro. Wrestling with Savage live on a Tuesday night, and you know what that means. It's time for NXT, and it's going down. And we're getting ripped over here. Why are we getting ripped? Because we're going to get ripped. Because we can. Because we're stronger than everyone. Because we're better than everyone. Because we can do it. And what can we do? Survive and thrive. And get ready to deliver the news on NXT tonight. Weekly update on WWE is coming up. We're going to be talking about SmackDown. We're going to be talking about Monday Night Raw. And, of course, we're going to be watching NXT live. NXT kicking out live tonight. We're watching it. Is it getting back to the black and gold? I'm not sure, but we got a lot to look forward to tonight. Lola Vice and Roxanne Perez are going to come face-to-face before Heatwave. We're going to see the New Catch Republic take on Hank Walker and Tack Ledger. Tyson DuPont and Tyreek Igwe are going to have a fight with Gallus. Mi Chin faces Jada Parker in a street fight. And it looks like that is what is going to kick off NXT tonight. We have a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about SmackDown. We're going to talk about Raw. And we're going to talk about this. I want to put it out there. Has anybody seen Jay? He's missing right now. We have no idea where he is. The last time I saw him, he was with Uncle Howdy. So, I went ahead and I sent the check to the milk company. And we're having these produced. They're going to start hitting stores tomorrow all over the tri-state area because we have to find Jay. I don't know what happened to Jay. I don't know what's going on with the Jay. All I know is I saw a picture with him and Uncle Howdy. The picture has disappeared ever since, but I know what I saw, and I'm very worried right now. I'm very concerned about Jay. He was talking hella trash, and I think Uncle Howdy, or maybe somebody from the Wyatt Six, has their eyes set on Jay. So just please keep a lookout. If anybody sees him, call the authorities. Make sure he's okay. Make sure he's safe. Make sure he's not tied up or locked up. He might be in big trouble. We got to keep an eye on that. Right now, Mi Chin taking it to Jada Parker with a steel chain, trying to kill her with that chain. Threw it at her. Jada Parker smart enough to get the hell out of the way as the steel chain goes just banging off the steel steps. And now Mi Chin doing some banging of her own, grabbing Jada Parker by the head, thrashing it into the ringside apron. And now Mi Chin taking it up a notch. Has a good black and gold look about her. We are NXT. Let's not forget that. We are NXT. She's rocking the shirt. She's rocking the towel. And she's trying to turn this match into a hardcore match. And it might have just backfired as Jada Parker now takes advantage of the trash can that was thrown into ringside, bashing Mi Chin with the lid cover. Don't forget, Mi Chin also did bring in a kendo stick. We don't know if we're going to see that yet. Crowd is now chanting, "We want tables." There are people standing up. It looks like they're really into this match right now. So far, it's a hard-hitting physical matchup to kick off NXT here tonight. And my God, do we have a lot to talk about. Jada Parker, though, trying to step up with a kendo stick, ends up swinging it off of the top rope. And now Mi Chin counters with the German suplex. Jada Parker is down, and Mi Chin has a really mean look in her eye as she takes off her belt and now is whooping that ass with that yellow tight strap. And I mean, she is beating Jada Parker's ass. And Brandon over here thinks that Meat Shin is going to beat Jada Parker in this street fight. And you know what? It's looking that way right now, but we can't count out anybody anytime because you never know what could happen. You never know what you're going to see. Jada Parker, obviously, is in this match for a reason. She is on the threshold of unlocking her true potential and her power, her capabilities. She is literally evolving in front of our eyes week after week, and we're all lucky enough to say that we get to see this. And again, Mick Thomason, welcome to Wrestling with Savage. I appreciate you, and I acknowledge you, my tribal Savage Kingdom fan. I acknowledge you, okay? And I want to also acknowledge Ravishing Ricky Ramone. Thank him again for coming on last night, helping out with the Monday Night Raw live stream, which is not an easy thing to do, 3 hours long. It's a tough 3 hours. I was telling Ricky last night, I can't wait till Raw goes to Netflix and it moves back to 2 hours. I'm actually looking forward to that. I've always liked the 2 hour format. It's like a movie. When you go to the theaters, anytime there's a movie longer than 2 hours, unless it's like some Oscar mafia movie or, you know, some more than it's hard. You get bored after an hour and a half. Most of the times, especially if the movie's mediocre, like the majority of the fans in attendance at most wrestling shows, living mediocre lives, using mediocre money. You know, it is what it is. It's okay. I understand, you know. I used to be mediocre at one point in my life, but then I looked around and I said, not anymore. Oh my God, holy shit. My God, Michin had steel chairs, 3 steel chairs set up on the outside of the ring. And she had Jada Parker lined up, set up on those chairs. And she went for the dive, suicide dive. She ended up going face first in that steel chair, flying from the inside of the ring to the outside, crashing hard. And now my Jada Parker is going. Jada Parker just went through the barricade. She looks like she might be hurt, ladies and gentlemen. She's holding on to her thigh. She might have snapped her hip. I mean, let's see if she gets up here. We're in commercial break right now. And yeah, Michin's still walking about. It looks like she's okay. She's recovered quite quickly from that steel chair to the face, which is always awesome to see. She's going up to commentary. It looks like she has plans. I don't know. Booker T looks a little confused right now. Michin now talking to the fans. She has some kind of a box. Honestly, I don't know what's in there. It looks like there's snacks. It's a box of something. A pan, maybe a cookie pan. I don't know. But whatever it was, Jada Parker just got hit in the face with it. Just know that now. Michin now with a scoop slam, drops her down. She's trying to kick all the trash out. What was that? I have no idea. They're not really getting a good shot, and it's hard to really tell in picture exactly what that is. But while we're in commercial, for the moment, before we get back to this match, I guess we could start breaking down the week of professional wrestling for you. Obviously, we had SmackDown, and we're going to talk about SmackDown. Cody Rhodes ignited a brawl with the Bloodline. This was to kick off SmackDown at Madison Square Garden, the Mecca. Kevin Owens there, Randy Orton there, the Bloodline there. But no Jacob Fatu in sight. No Jacob Fatu in sight to kick off the show. They had other plans for Jacob Fatu. Some nice moments in the garden here. Kevin Owens going off the top right there. But see, this is where it bothered me. You have the 3 biggest baby faces on SmackDown, arguably, right there. last week on Raw, you had people that were murdered on live TV, security guards murdered, Gable attacked, bloody. No police that night to investigate. No, but baby faces causing a little ruckus. We got to get the cops involved. We can murder people one week. No one will even ask. I guess it depends what state you're in, right? You know, murder in one state is not murder in another. Just like assault in New York isn't the same as assault in Kentucky or Canada. Could be worse. I don't know. But yeah, then NYPD showed up. They escorted Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens out of SmackDown. And Cody Rhodes, you know, until the NYPD showed up, he wasn't having it. He was beating up security, talking back to the general manager. Jesus Christ. All chaos. This is why the cops have to come, because these guys refuse to leave the ring. They, you know, theoretically hijacked the show. But, you know, they deserved what they got. They should have actually got arrested because they were wasting my time. They should have been, Cody Rhodes should have been locked up in handcuffs because what he did was against the law. You know, he assaulted people that have to go home and take care of their kids. All right? Lock up that piece of shit and do it now. All right, back on NXT. We are back to full screen. And now Jada Parker looks like was in control of the match temporarily, but now Michin all of a sudden, again, has more devious plans. It looks like she's stacking up steel chairs, and it looks like she's got thumbtacks. She just unloaded a bunch of, no, those aren't thumbtacks. No, these are like little bolts. Just a bunch of little different metal bolts and things, and wow. Holy shit. She has Jada Parker up. She was trying to do that Kevin Owens spot, and Jada Parker wasn't having it. Hit her with a back body drop. Michin goes hard on those 4 chairs. Now into the cover. Jada Parker. Oh, no, she doesn't have it. Michin able somehow to dig deep and kick out. Very impressive by Michin. She took that bump fantastic, by the way. Straight on those stairs. Now, out of nowhere, though, the turnaround, somehow Michin gets the momentum to grab the kendo stick. And, I mean, she is laying in shots right now on Jada Parker. I mean, laying in shots, maybe 14 shots to the leg, to the back. Jada Parker looks like she can barely walk right now, makes her way to the other corner where Michin meets her and covers her in a trash can. Bangs on it a couple of times. No, just the one time. She's clearing the ring now, right? Because the steel chairs are all over the place. They're just covering the ring. Michin. Wow. Rolling cannonball right into the trash can. Trash can absolutely got obliterated. Jada Parker does not look in good form. Able to kick out somehow. Jada Parker still in this match right now. She's such a young career. She just getting started here, and she already has the know-how, the knowledge, the ring presence to roll the ring in that situation. And that's a phenomenal move. You save some time, and you get a chance to do what she just did. She grabbed the fire extinguisher from underneath the ring, blasts Michin in the face. Now Jada Parker may be in control. Holy shit, man. Yo, Jada Parker with a big-time hip attack, running full speed, flying. Holy shit, hip attack. Sends Michin straight through that NXT sign next to the announce table. Both ladies go crashing through. Very nice way to kick off the night. This is a great match. Jada Parker now. Can she take advantage of this, though? Can she take advantage to get the win? Because that's what it's about. Can she step up right now and get a win against the certified superstar in Michin, a certified main roster superstar? Jada Parker now setting up. And another crazy hypnotic running hip attack. And that's it. Michin is done. Michin is done. Jada Parker just beat Michin fair and square, clean in the ring on a Tuesday night here in NXT. And I have to agree with commentary. That was unbelievable. Very impressive. Very impressive by Michin. Very impressive. Now we're in the locker room, and it looks like two ladies are about to have a little interaction here. Ariana Grace and Carmen Petrovich. Ariana Grace seems upset. I wonder what's wrong. Carmen Petrovich is just wrapping up her sword and now finally asking Ariana, what's wrong? Of course you want to talk about it. Of course she wants to talk about it. All right, so we're having a little one-on-one time with Miss NXT, Carmen Petrovich. And she's complaining about how Sol Ruka snatched her soul last week and her heart because now she's not going to Heat Wave. She's from Toronto. She says her people are waiting for her, and she's devastated. Carmen trying to support her. Carmen saying, I'm also from Toronto. Ariana Grace is, by the way, phenomenal. She's a movie star. She's not even going to be here long. You're going to see Ariana Grace go to Hollywood, 100%. Yeah, Mick, I got you. By the end of the night, I'll play your video, buddy. You just stick around, hang out, have some fun. If you want, go share the channel. Tell some people we're covering NXT over here. We're having a good time. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link in the chat. If you got something to say, please come say it. I want to know in the chat what everybody thinks about Javon Evans. Javon Evans is a tough cat. Hell of a debut. He won that battle royal. Somehow Ethan Page was able to finagle his way into that situation. Still a lot to look forward to on NXT, including this contract signing coming up later tonight. All these guys now got a shot. This one-on-one match has now turned into a fatal four-way. And we have a lot of options here, ladies and gentlemen. Does Trick Williams ride this one out? Does he whoop everyone in that ring? Or do we see a new champion? Do we see a new NXT champion in Ethan Page? Do we see a new NXT champion with Shawn Spears? Or maybe we shock the world and let Javon Evans be the youngest NXT champion of all time. And listen, I've seen the kid live. He's very talented. Very talented. I can see why Shawn Michaels is so impressed with him. You can see clearly why Shawn Michaels is impressed with him. And now we're moving on. We have more matches to cover on NXT, and it looks like we're about to go into a matchup right now. Tag team action. Going down right now, two of the finest wrestlers you'll ever see in your life in the New Catch Republic. Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne. Oh, they're still calling him the bruiserweight Pete Dunne. Yeah, Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne, two of the finest wrestlers you'll ever see compete in a professional wrestling ring. And, obviously these guys are, big stars, lending a helping hand in NXT. Maybe they're about to do the job for Hank Walker and Tank Ledger. We're going to have to wait and see. I don't think that's the case, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe tonight Hank and Tank overcome the odds and decide to win that match. But, it's going down. And it's going down tonight live on NXT, and there's a lot to talk about. Right now we're a commercial while they're reminding us what happened on SmackDown again. Speaking of SmackDown, we were talking about SmackDown. We were talking about what was happening. You had Tiffany Stratton defeat Jade Cargill and Candice LeRae in a triple threat women's Money in the Bank qualifying match. And Tiffy Time had a little help from Nia Jax. And can you blame her? Who wouldn't want some help from Nia Jax, who's a member of the Bloodline herself? Who wouldn't want to do whatever is necessary to earn themselves a spot in the Money in the Bank match? Certainly, I would take advantage of any situation that comes my way, any opportunity that comes way. So big time credit to Tiffany Stratton, who got the job done. She's your winner, and she's moving on to Money in the Bank. And you know what? A lot of people are saying that she's going to win that Money in the Bank women's match. We got our look at the final 6 for Money in the Bank, and it's going down this Saturday live, July 6th at 7 p.m. Eastern Start Time. Chelsea Green, Zoe Starks, my God, Naomi, Tiffany Stratton, Lyra Valkyria, and former NXT Women's Champion, former WWE Women's Champion, Io Sky. This is a tough pick right here. For me, I was 100% confident that Chelsea Green would win this. But now with Zoe Stark in there, with Tiffany Stratton in there, I'm kind of perplexed. But I feel like it's going to be one of those 3, Chelsea Green, Tiffany Stratton, or Zoe Stark. And if I had to pick one, if I'm being honest here, out of all 6 women in this screen, who has had the best performances over the last year, character-wise, it might just be Chelsea Green. So I'm going to stick with my original pick. I'm going to say Chelsea Green wins this one. She needs to have her first big individual accolade and moment. I never thought Carmella would do it. Mella is money. She did it, right? There's no reason why Chelsea Green can't do it, and it's big motivation to bring in Matt Cardona and have a good relationship with them moving forward. I think they can help the brands tremendously. Here's a look at a little bit of action right there. Obviously, Tiffany Stratton doing a phenomenal job on SmackDown, taking advantage of the opportunity that came her way, picking up the big win. And we also had LA Knight defeat Logan Paul and Santos Escobar in a triple threat men's Money in the Bank qualifying match. And I liked what they did here. Again, we're at MSG. So Logan Paul's intelligent. He brings one of the real life villains of Madison Square Garden. Okay, because this guy took the Knicks to Game 7 and beat us. Tyrese Halliburton. Now, whether we had only 5 guys on our team that could play, that's not the point. He did the job. He won. He's a real villain. Logan Paul's smart for bringing him down. And then this would change and turn into a lot. And we'll get back into this a little later in the night, but it looks like we're back to NXT. Quick reminder, Money in the Bank kickoff show at 5 p.m. coming to you live from Toronto, Ontario. If you're going to be at the arena, go to Gate 5 for the kickoff party. A lot of superstars will be there. You'll have your chance to see them all. So take advantage of that if you're going to Money in the Bank. I'm sure that's going to be a good time. We're watching NXT right now. We're awaiting the start of this match. They're showing us highlights of Kalani Jordan and her victory at NXT Battleground. That's nice.
I signed up to the gym recently, so I've been working out, and I'm getting ready to start a full-time training regimen that's going to be very high intensity to get me solid results with a solid amount of work put in. I'm more concerned about certain strength conditions that I want. Like it's good to just always maintain a constant level of strength in your life. Core strength, they call it. Core strength can give you everything you're looking for. With core strength, you can have control of situations much better than you can. So I'm working on my core strength. You know who's got good core strength? It's Ruka. She's been super impressive. I wonder if she's going to take the title later at Heatwave. We got a lot to look forward to at Heatwave. A lot to look forward to still tonight. Mi Chin already had her match with Jada Parker. And Jada Parker, Mi Chin couldn't survive. Jada Parker absolutely murdered her in the middle of the ring. Winley Reese is going to take on Izzy Dame. And then we're going to have that contract signing for the main event of NXT Heatwave. This match was advertised. I don't know if we're going to get Wendy Chu out here tonight. We'll see. Here's a look at all the matches coming up for NXT Heatwave. A lot of good matches that I'm looking forward to. And when we're done watching the Hank and Tank connection on NXT, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about all our picks for NXT Vengeance and let you know what we think is going to happen. Right now, New Catch Republic taking on Hank Walker and Tank Ledger. It's going down live on NXT. We're starting off with Hank and Tyler Bate. And Hank has a significant size advantage over Tyler Bate. He's much bigger than him. Much bigger, much stronger. But Tyler Bate, on the other hand, has speed for days over this man. But let's not make a mistake about it. Maybe Tank isn't stronger than Tyler Bate. I've seen Tyler Bate do some things that you wouldn't believe a man of his size could do. This guy has picked up people that are 350 plus pounds and flip them in midair and do all kinds of back breakers and spine busters and just nonsense. Shit that he shouldn't even be able to do. Tyler Bate right now has Hank set up for a Hurricane Rana, sends him reeling into the corner. Tyler Bate looks like he's working on that left arm. Now has Pete Dunne come in with the tag. Pete Dunne comes in. Nice shot to the neck. Big slap to the face. Holy shit, I like that from Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne said, you know what, I'm done chopping people. He just came in the ring and he slapped the shit out of Hank. Right in the mouth. Hank was trying to go for his own joint manipulation right there. Pete Dunne wasn't having it with a beautiful counter. Now has him in a side headlock, not letting go. Hank able to make the tag to Tank. And Tank comes in out of nowhere with a huge shoulder takedown. And Pete Dunne could be in trouble right now as both men colliding double body shots in the middle of the ring. Somehow Pete Dunne has awoken, and now he just slapped the shit out of Tank. Same what we just did to Hank. I like this chop from now the stomp on the hand. Good God. Tank might have his fingers broken right now if he stays in the ring any longer. I warned him. Another shot to the joints. And then Tyler Bate off the top rope. Off the top rope. My God. Off the top rope, bounces off Tyler Bate's shoulder, gets like a senton drop. Tank somehow, huge move right there to put down Tyler Bate in the middle of the ring. Now has him up for a suplex, but Tyler Bate with a stalling suplex of his own, and my God, what a feat by one strong boy, Tyler Bate. Tank running off in the corner. Tags in Hank, who now is in the ring. Remember, Hank was a security guard, but now he's out here having matches with Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. Tyler Bate now with a big shot. Has Big Hank on his shoulders, and it looks like he is going to start doing his thing. Taking Hank for a ride, spinning him round and round he goes. Poor Hank right now getting abused by Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate eventually has to drop him. Tyler Bate now with the calm before the kickup and pose to send us into commercial. I mean, they don't make him much better than Tyler Bate nowadays. What a tremendous talent right there. And Mick, Watch Media, we appreciate you here. Update. What's the update? All right, you want your video. I know what you want. You want your video. Here's your video, Mick. Okay.
Wrestling with Savage. Go Savage. Wrestling with Savage.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Mick Thomason. There's your video. There's your update. I appreciate everybody watching. I'd like to see the people that are on Twitter right now. Do me a favor. Click on my link. All right. It opens up my link tree. Go to YouTube and subscribe. If you have YouTube, that's how you can help me. If you actually like this show, you watch this show on Twitter, please watch it on YouTube. I need the numbers for my algorithm. If you're going to watch it, I'm just saying, if you're going to watch it, you should watch it on YouTube. You'd be doing the Savage Kingdom a tremendous favor. We're watching NXT, but right now we're at full screen commercial, and they're talking about the $3 dippers from Subway. So I guess what we'll do is we'll get back to NXT after we talk about SmackDown a little more. Now, what happened with Tyrese Halliburton and Logan Paul, like I said, was absolute money. It led to Jalen Brunson coming out in a few moments. But this was a great match, and the right person won. They're getting ready to set up all kinds of matches at SummerSlam. We're probably going to see something with Jalen Brunson and Tyrese Halliburton, for sure. Otherwise, they wouldn't have made merch, and they wouldn't have them on TV right now to this extent. But they did, so expect to see something else. And Logan Paul over here, he's sitting down because he's in shock that LA Knight was able to pull off a victory. He doesn't have any respect for LA Knight. He doesn't look at LA Knight like a superstar. But you know what? That's going to change because I guarantee you Logan Paul will be the reason why LA Knight does not win Money in the Bank. And that's the reason why they're going to have a huge match at SummerSlam, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good program, and this is probably the match right here. We're probably going to see a tag team match between Tyrese Halliburton and Logan Paul versus LA Knight and Jalen Brunson. And you know what? I like it, but Jalen Brunson better not get hurt because we need him next season. And Nick, I see you said you did another one. I will check on that in a few minutes, and I'll try to see if we can get that on here for you. Okay, brother? But I like this. I'm looking forward to this match. I'm kind of hoping that it's actually a one-on-one match, and maybe Tyrese is in Logan Paul's corner, and Jalen Brunson is in LA Knight's corner. I don't want to see them wrestle. They should be like, I'm in this guy's corner. I'm helping him out. That's my friend. And, a lot to talk about in this one picture. I mean, you have, the most famous wrestling fan of all time, Mr. Green Shirt. He's always in, the big-time shots, and there he is for this one. We'll talk about Naomi defeating Indy Hartwell and Blair Davenport in another triple threat women's Money in the Bank qualifying match. But for now, we'll go back to talking about NXT. Hank Ledger, right now, having some troubles with his teammate because his teammate, Hank, is inside the ring right now getting his butt kicked by Pete Dunne, who's trying to break this man's soul, his spirit. He's trying to kill this guy right now, dude. All right, Mick. I hope I don't regret this, Mick. I really hope I don't regret this, Mick.
The update from Wrestling with Savage. Wrestling with Savage. It's all over. Wrestling with Savage and Jay. Did they start? And Jay. Update for Wrestling Savage YouTube show.
Yeah, well, Jay's missing in action right now. I don't think anybody knows where he is. Like I said earlier, I think Jay has been taken by Uncle Howdy, or someone in the White Six has his ass. That's okay, Mick. I'm here with you. We have to keep going, man. We got to keep trying. Nobody is here. You're right. It's okay. It's summertime too. It's nice weather outside, Mick. A lot of people outside doing their thing. But you know, Mick, we have like about, I think, 14 people watching right now. It says 11 of them are on Twitter, 1 on Twitch, and right now there's 3 in YouTube. So there are people on YouTube. They're not talking in the chat, but that's okay because maybe they're just listening to me trying to cover the action here. Oh, look at this guy. This guy's here. We got somebody here. His name's not Jay, though.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, Savage.
What's going on?
What kind of questions you want me to ask Jake the Snake next week?
Nothing. I'm going to see Jake in August. Have fun with Jake. You ask him whatever questions you want, and then you can tell me about it later. Don't waste your questions on me.
No, I just hopped in here to check out this stuff. I can't hear you really, so I got some more stuff to do, but, you know, everything sounds better, right?
Maybe. He can't hear me, but he'll be back. All right, Sean.
All right, dude. Take it easy, bud.
Sean Mooney, big-time Marty Jannetty fan, maybe the biggest Marty Jannetty fan you ever seen in your life. He can't hear a thing there. You probably got to configure his headphones on the settings there, but that's okay. Hank right there with a near fall on Pete Dunne. Absolutely. I mean, listen, Pete Dunne's not going to... I don't see it happening, but maybe it will. These guys, Hank and Tank tonight, actually looking a little more impressive than usual. And I can't believe I just said that. My God, Hank going for a crazy off the top right there. And a big time mistake right there. Pete Dunne makes him pay. Tyler Bay with a Pele kick to the head of Tank while he was running in. Now Pete Dunne with a joint manipulation. Tyler Bay with a big clothesline springboard off the ropes. Pete Dunne with a stomp. And Tyler Bate now off the top rope. Beautiful spinning corkscrew on Tank. And now the cover. And it's over. Yeah, I knew it. Like I said, I cannot see these guys losing. I just couldn't see it happening. And it didn't happen. Thank God. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Wrestling with Savage. If you're here for the first time, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Let your friends know that they are watching the greatest wrestling podcast of all time. I'm going to be looking for some new, obviously, if Jay has been killed by Uncle Howdy, we're going to have to find a suitable replacement for every night. So long term, what I was thinking, Mick, if you're still there listening, which, by the way, Sean Spears is cutting a promo right now on NXT. What I was thinking is it would be nice if we had a different co-host each night. So Monday night, we have Ravishing Ricky Ramone, as long as he's available. Tuesday nights, a completely different co-host. Wednesday nights, a completely different co-host. And Thursday nights, we have the Savage Storm Super Wrestling Show, which, by the way, this week there will not be a new episode. We're taking the week off because it's the 4th of July. And we want to make sure you all have a happy 4th of July. Make sure you have a safe 4th of July. If you're going to use fireworks, make sure you use them properly. Have an idea of what you're doing. And maybe have a person there that, has done them before. So you don't burn down your house or even worse, your neighbor's house. We just finished watching this match on NXT. New Catch Republic gets the win. We still have the contract signing still to come later tonight between Trick Williams, Sean Spears, Ethan Page, and Javon Evans. But right now, the action on NXT is picking up as Brindley Reese, who's out here with Idris Anofi and Malik Blade. She's getting ready to take on Izzy Dame here live on a Tuesday night. You're here with me, with Savage, and we're watching NXT together. Now listen, Brindley Reese has been impressive with her TV time. She tries to do as much with it as she can, and she doesn't get a lot of it. So I think this is a very important match for her to show everyone in the back what she's capable of and why she should have more TV time. We'll see if Izzy Dame has something to say about that, or if maybe she's just a stepping stone in Brindley Reese's career. Now, we were talking about SmackDown here, and Naomi defeated everybody in her match. She qualified for Money in the Bank, and that's why we got a clear picture of Money in the Bank. And real quick, we'll make our predictions. Chelsea Green wins her match. I'm going to have to now go with Drew McIntyre winning this match. I want it to be Gable. I would love it if it is Gable, but I think it's going to be Drew McIntyre now. I'm going to say that Sami Zayn somehow retains this. Possibly Ricochet comes back and screws Braun Breaker. This is another one of the matches where I could tell you what I would love to happen. I would love to see Braun Breaker just destroy Sami Zayn. I mean, it would make me so happy to watch Braun Breaker just come out and beat the shit out of Sami Zayn, spear him like maybe 4 or 5 times, send him out in a stretcher holding his ribs, and we don't see him again for like 6 months. That's how you book Braun Breaker right now. Braun Breaker right now needs to kill Sami Zayn on national television on a PLE or a pay-per-view, whatever you want to call it, and become the new Intercontinental Champion in a dominant fashion. Dominant fashion. Now this match. I think the Bloodline have to win this match. You have the numbers advantage. You know it's going to be a 3-on-3, but you know someone's going to be on the outside. I'm very hopeful that Jacob Fatu is the one wrestling in this match. We'll have to see. Maybe he's just going to be the enforcer who stays on the outside. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see, but I think the Bloodline, I don't know if they're going to win, but they have to win, in my opinion. And crazy match right here. Crazy match right here. You're looking at your new WWE champion, Seth Rollins, World Heavyweight Champion coming up. Finn Balor is definitely going to cost Damian Priest the match. And then after that, after the match, Drew McIntyre is going to come out and he's going to cash in on Seth Rollins, and they're going to have their little face-off and yada, yada, yada. And when Drew thinks he's going to get the win, CM Punk will come out, and CM Punk will make sure that Drew McIntyre doesn't win that title. CM Punk will come out and make sure Drew McIntyre doesn't do shit. Just to let everybody know, every Monday night we do Monday Night Raw live. We had a special guest this week in Ravishing Ricky Ramone. Tonight you're watching the WWE Weekly Update and NXT Watch Along. Tomorrow night we'll be doing the AEW Dynamite Live Watch Along weekly update as well, letting you know all the things that happen in the week of AEW. You can go over to wrestlingwithsavage.com and check out all my merch, upcoming events, and also check out my friends at the wrestlinguniverse.com. They provide wrestling autograph experiences for the fans unlike anyone else, and they do them all year long. Just go to wrestlinguniverse.com to see all their upcoming events, and you can get a cool picture like that with that guy like that right there, like Zack Sabre Jr. Just get a cool picture with Zack Sabre Jr. just hanging out at the Wrestling Universe meeting fans. Why not? Robert Stone over here just told Ora Mensah he's got a match tonight. He's going to be in action. I believe this match has been unannounced. So it looks like Ora Mensah is going to be in action later tonight. But any second now, we're going to see Brindley Race going one-on-one with Izzy Dame. Let me know in the chat who you got. Sean McThomason, who do you got in this match? Breezy? I'm going to call her Breezy. I kind of like that. Breezy for Brindley Reese, or do you got Izzy Dame? Who are you guys taking in this match and why? Robert Stone, man, what are you doing? Robert Stone is such a good manager. Why isn't he on the main roster, like managing, I don't know, anybody? Like anybody. Guy's money. Robert Stone is good. Robert Stone is very good. Here's Izzy Dame making her way to the ring right now. She looks confident. But I'm confident that Brindley Reese is going to come away with a victory here. Maybe I am wrong, but I'm usually right. Boo CM Punk. Why do you want to boo CM Punk? I mean, he's going to come back. It's going to be a good storyline. Can you do play with me tomorrow? You want to play with me tomorrow? Can I do play with play? Well, first of all, no, you can't do play-by-play with me because you have a terrible microphone and a terrible internet connection. Now, I mean, absolutely no offense to you, and I love you. But yeah, that's going to be a big NO, sir. You can continue to be a fan, which is what I like you as. Sean Moody, the Wrestling with Savage fan. Sean Moody, the Party with Marty Jannetty fan. Yeah, that's why I told you one day when you have the real equipment, you know, maybe. And that'd be like once in a blue. I am looking for new co-hosts though. And the co-hosts I'm trying to get are hopefully going to be some people that, obviously really love to talk about professional wrestling, have some insight, but they definitely have to have the proper equipment. I want, at least, you got to be able to sound and look as good as this guy right here with the camera. Obviously looking as good as me is going to be very difficult, but I'm talking about picture quality, the picture quality. Can't have shaky, can't have laggy. I'm not the weirdo. You're the one making the mistakes with the typing. So can I do play with play tomorrow? I don't know what that means. Actually, I did. I knew you were saying play by play. I was just fucking with you. And I'm fucking with you right now, so deal with it. I'm going to be fucking with a lot of fans. Yo, Sean, you're going to love the new content I'm about to fucking make, man. I'm about to go to WWE shows, AEW shows, and I'm literally just going to go up to anybody wearing a wrestling shirt and just start talking shit about that wrestler on the shirt. Like, on purpose. You're looking at the biggest asshole in the history of professional wrestling. And to answer your question, yes, Mick, I did talk to Marty just yesterday. Yeah, you didn't get to see the good stuff at AEW. That stuff wasn't filmed, but if I would have had what I just did, and by the way, Izzy Dame just picked up the big win on Brinley Reese, knocked her out cold as Tatum Paxley now has her eyes set on Izzy Dame. Looks like she has a new crush. I wonder if it's just because Becky Lynch isn't around. Maybe when Becky Lynch comes back, Izzy Dame will be safe. But until then, Tatum Paxley has her eyes on you. They're showing us Chase U. And right now, Andre Chase is talking about how he won all these different things. And Duke Hudson and Rich Holland being very disrespectful, having conversations during class. And, you know, it's not really polite. It's not proper. Duke says he can't hide this anymore. And he says, when we beat OC, we didn't win clean. I pinned him, but Rich Holland helped me. And I didn't ask for the assist, but he gave it to me anyway. Listen, I don't care about all this right now. You know what I do care about? I care about the fact that Duke Hudson's getting TV time. Duke Hudson is a special cat. And I think he has a huge career ahead of him. Well, now they provide the proof to Andre Chase, and now Andre Chase has the proof that we cheated. Riley Osborne saying, I've been saying it. Rich Holland trying to apologize right now. He's trying to apologize that he went over the moon when they gave him the T-shirt. He said, I didn't want to just be part of the group. I want to be part of the family. Rich Holland's trying to tell these guys that he's part of the family. I don't know if I feel like he's part of the family. I feel like he's going to screw all these guys and cause them to break up, and Rich Holland will be the end of them. Rich Holland will be the end of them. My God. All right, so what I'll do, Sean, I'll think of some good questions for you to ask Jake, and I'll send them to you in your messenger. Right now, I'm looking at Lola Vice, who's coming face-to-face with the NXT Women's Champion, and that's coming up next, the face-off between Roxanne Perez and Lola Vice. Holy shit. Lola Vice is ready, bro. She's ready to take over the world. I wonder what we're going to hear in this face-to-face. My God. All right, back to SmackDown. Naomi, like I said, we already know she won. Here's some shots of the action of her winning her match. Indy Hartwell was actually impressive. And then, boom, the Bloodline attacked Paul Heyman because Paul Heyman fucked up. He refused to acknowledge that he, Solo Sikoa, is the tribal chief. Paul Heyman would not acknowledge it. Not acknowledge it. Solo Sikoa then bring out Jacob Fatu, the greatest wrestler in the WWE right now, Jacob Fatu. And Jacob Fatu, he had no problem acknowledging Solo Sikoa. He had no problem telling Solo Sikoa, I love you. Because he does love him. That's the bloodline, bro. That's family. Solo Sikoa looked good here. Solo Sikoa doing a good job here. Solo Sikoa looking better than ever here. Solo Sikoa has a huge moment with the most legendary manager in the history of the WWE, Paul Heyman. Solo Sikoa just Samoan spiked the greatest manager in the history of the WWE. Solo Sikoa then ordered the bloodline, led by Jacob Fatu, to hoist up Paul Heyman, which is no easy task on any day. And they lift his ass up. They make sure they get him high and mighty. And then they make sure to crash him through the table and put up those ones. Bloodline 2.0 is here, folks. And it didn't end there. Jacob Fatu with a headbutt off the top rope. My God, man. My God. Absolutely wild shit here. And big shout out to Gianna Forever. How you doing, brother? We're chilling right now. We're watching NXT. Obviously, a lot to look forward to tonight. I always love NXT. You're more than welcome to join me if you got the time. We're waiting to see Lola Vice and Roxanne Perez get in the ring and have that face-off. New Catch Republic picked up the win in their match. We're still waiting to see this match here. I'm sure Gallus is going to win that match with ease. And Jada Parker made a big statement tonight, beating the holy hell out of Michin. I mean, very bad. Izzy Dame with a big win over Brindley Reese, separating herself in that division. And then later tonight, of course, we have the NXT contract signing. We were supposed to see Wendy Chu. I don't know if she's going to show up. A lot of matches to look forward to for Heat Wave. We'll keep it on that one for Heat Wave. But in the meantime, let me please get back to SmackDown like I was talking about. My God, what a monster this man is. Jacob fucking Fatu looks so good on SmackDown. It's out of this world. And they're going to have to slow down, because if they don't slow down, they're going to make Jacob Fatu look better than everyone. When it comes to anything Jacob Fatu related, they have to literally put on the emergency brake and drive with the emergency brake on. Because when they take off that emergency brake, this guy, Jacob motherfucking Fatu, is going to be like a fucking Reaper on the battlefield. And do you know what the Grim Reaper does on the battlefield? He doesn't even die. They didn't die. The Grim Reaper just walks around just ending lives. That's who Jacob Fatu is. Jacob Fatu's a life taker. So don't forget it. Right now, maybe the hottest thing on NXT, Lola Vice in the ring calling out Roxanne Perez. She wants her out there right now, and this has been great to watch. I'm looking forward to this. Shout out to Christopher Santana. Jacob Fatu is a pure beast mode. Yeah, you are, 100%, 100 billion% correct about that. He's definitely an absolute beast. I'll listen to this in the meantime. I mean, we know what they're going to say. They're talking a little shit, but this is going to be a hard-hitting match, because Roxanne Perez in the last year that I've personally watched her has been faster, more physical, more intense, has a better attitude. And by attitude, I mean just personality all around the board. Roxanne Perez has checked all the boxes for me the last 365 days. I thought she was terrible maybe 2.5, 3 years ago. I thought, Cora Jade was going to be the one that's getting all these accolades, but no, here it is. It's Roxanne Perez. So she's lasted the test of time. She's going to have a good run on the main roster too, because she's got the look, she's got fans. But right now, Lola Vice in a position right now to become the new face of NXT. For a while, she'll have a strong run, because she's believable. She was an MMA fighter. She hits good. She hits hard. She has precision. She's very physical. She makes things look good. What's going on, Grandma Daisy? Yeah, Janet Ferber, he's tantalizing. Shout out to Tantalizing Tony, by the way, and everybody else out there doing their thing that's been part of the Savage Kingdom since day one. Or if you've even been here since day 100, 200, 300. Roxanne Perez doing big things. Lola Vice, again, ready to do big things. Maybe the new face of NXT. I'm getting ready to do some big things. I had a phone call today that would knock your socks off. I'll put it to you like this. I had a phone call today with a high AEW official. I had a phone call with someone that's high up in TNA, and I had a phone call with someone that's high up in the NWA. And I can't really talk about what's coming, but I'll say this. Stay tuned. Shit's getting crazy out there. I hope I'll still have the time to do these shows. I might have to hire people to do these shows for me. And then, of course, I'll join the show whenever I can. But let's just say the schedule's going to change in a few years. It's going to get wild around here. I'm working on a lot of shit, man. Look at this guy. Sean Moody is very consistent. Look at him. He's back. He's back with a vengeance. He's talking right now like he thinks I can hear him because I haven't brought him into the stream yet. If he can hear me now, Sean Moody, if you can hear me, shake your little fucking head right there. Shake your head. You can't hear me, can you, Sean Moody? Let's bring him in and see what he's babbling about. Sean Moody, what's up?
Dude, hey, here's my beef. You said Paul Heyman's the best manager in WWE ever? You're crazy, dude. It's either Jimmy Hart or Bobby the Brain Heenan. I had to come in here and state the obvious there, bud, because Paul Heyman, he's not the greatest, dude. Sorry.
You're wrong.
No, you're wrong. Today you are wrong. Jimmy Hart and Bobby Heenan, the greatest managers ever.
First of all, the fact
Paul
that you
Heyman,
have the audacity to come
promoter,
in here and interrupt me when we're talking about Lola
and
Vice, who's the
Brock
hottest
Lesnar
thing on
did it,
NXT
but
right
no.
now. Listen, Paul Heyman has the longevity over all these guys you're talking about. Paul Heyman has been doing this since 1997 at the highest of levels. Actually, earlier in WCW when he was the manager of the original Hollywood, Stone Cold's original. Do you know who this guy has managed? He's managed Undertaker. He's managed Kane. He's managed Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's managed every single ECW superstar that you can think about. He took on Vince McMahon one-on-one. He took on Vince McMahon one-on-one. And you know what he got out of it?
Savage.
You know what he got out of it? He got a fucking job. Vince said, you know what? You're so fucking good, and I hate you so fucking much. But I'm going to pay you a lot
you're
of money.
You're a better manager than Paul Heyman, so what the fuck?
Maybe one day, yes, perhaps.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like,
if we're not talking about myself, we're talking about all the other managers. Accolades, money made. In this business, Moody, and this is something I think a lot of fans fail to understand. And I get why they don't want to understand it, why they can't accept it. But money is king. And when it comes to money made, money earned, and money spent,
what's your opinion about Harvey Whippleman?
Paul Heyman, listen to the words out of my mouth right now. Paul Heyman has made more money than every one of your favorite fucking managers combined.
All right, well, I got what I wanted to say off my chest. We had our little, you know what I mean?
You feel better now?
I just had to come in here and say something, dude, because
that's okay. This is good content. I'd rather argue with you all day than anything else. It's great.
Hey, before I go, all I can say is at least I got to meet Bobby the Brain Heenan, bro, before he got bad. It's like 1997 and shit at a fucking local video store, dude. One of the coolest guys ever.
That's pretty fucking cool that you actually met Bobby. That's one of the guys I've always wanted to meet. I never got to meet him, and definitely will be one of my...
Party with Marty, hopefully this Thursday in Savage Kingdom for life. Jake the Snake next week, and I'll let you know what he says, buddy.
I'll send you some questions.
Yep.
All right, you heard it here first. Sean Moody, he's going to have some time with Jake the Snake Roberts. We'll get some questions his way, and we'll see what Jake has to say. By the way, I want a big shout out to Grandma Daisy, new subscriber. We appreciate you being here. Hopefully you stick around. And right now we're watching Lola Vice tell everybody that on Sunday she gets to prove why she's the greatest one to ever cross over from MMA. And on Sunday when she rips off that title from Roxanne Perez's little shoulders, Roxanne Perez says she will be the first ever Cuban-American NXT Women's Champion. That was a hell of a delivery, hell of a promo. Managed to not cry. Still has that smile. Still has that bad girl look. Roxanne Perez genuinely looks concerned right now as she sends security to stand in front of Lola Vice. And she backhands one of the security guards. What is this? Why isn't she going to jail? She just assaulted this security guard. She should be arrested as well right now. Lock her up, guys. Lola Vice says, after I knock you out, you won't know what world you're in. I'm not going to lie. Lola Vice just killed it on TV. She's going to win this fucking match. Let me get back to the chat here. Jay, I will put it on there for you. I'll put a shirt for him. Just missing. Yeah, listen, Mick misses you, Jay. He misses you, Jay. Mr. Fuji and Paul Bear are greatest managers of all time. Great picks, Grandma Daisy. I can't argue with you if that is who you pick. And by the way, all of his clients have more accolades than any of the others. Well, absolutely, Gianna. We know that already. We have to evolve. Everybody wants to stay living in the 80s and 90s. Yeah, you're not wrong about that. Of course, even myself, I want to live in the 80s and 90s. Gianna says to come back to wrestling because of AEW was like WCW first. So we have a fan, like, and that's the thing about wrestling that makes it better than any other sport, even, is that the amounts of discussion and the amounts of history and knowledge that each fans have, and the fact that there's, like in sports, you have 32 teams, but in wrestling, there's like hundreds of wrestlers, thousands of wrestlers. So everyone's going to have different opinions about who their best is, who's the greatest of all time, who had the best finisher, who had the best theme entrance, who had this, who had that, what was the best hardcore match, what was the best I Quit match, what was the best ladder match, what was the best Extreme Rules match, what was the best casket match, what was the best Hell in a Cell match, what was the best Elimination Chamber, what was the best Royal Rumble, what was the best WrestleMania, what was the best Survivor Series, what was the greatest moment of all time in the history of wrestling. Nah. You can go on and just talk about it forever. What are the top 5 finishing moves? What are the top 22 signature moves? What is the greatest catchphrase in the history of professional wrestling? Jake the Snake Robert. And then each wrestler, their body, of work, their career, there's like millions of questions there as well with each wrestler, and that doesn't end. The subject of wrestling is so spectacularly large. That's why there are hundreds of podcasts and hundreds of shows, because you can talk about this shit forever. Oh, they're going to want me enslaved. You're right. Stunning Steve Austin. Yeah, listen, Paul Heyman did a lot of good work for a lot of years. Paul Heyman started off as a photographer. All right, let's not forget that. He started off as a photographer, and he worked his way through Madison Square Garden, worked his way into the locker room, worked his way into promoters' pockets and heads, and did his thing. We just saw this face-off between Lola Vice and Roxanne Perez, and it was good. And I'm confident that Lola Vice is going to win that match on Sunday. I think we're going to have a new NXT Women's Champion. We're still waiting this tag team match, and then, of course, we have the contract signing coming up tonight. Let's see if this match is next. They also announced that Ora Mensah was going to be in action tonight, so we'll stay tuned to that. But right now, what I want to do is I want to do a little segment that I love to do, and I'm going to do it right now. And that segment, all right, it's called Breaking News. If you couldn't tell by the video, then I'm sorry, but Ricochet officially done with WWE after contract expires. I don't know if I buy this. I don't know if I believe this. I don't think it's true. I don't think it's true at all. I think Ricochet is waiting and surprising everybody at Money in the Bank, and he's going to make sure that Braun Breaker doesn't win that Intercontinental Championship. If Braun Breaker is going to lose, that's the way they got to make him lose. I don't know if it's going to happen. Maybe he is going to AEW. I guess we'll find out, man. And does he have a contract clause? How is Dijak already competing? The guy just like left, and has it already been 90 days? I didn't even not have that in his contract. I don't understand. Speaking of Dijak, he describes the WWE main event transition as a death sentence for wrestling careers. And dude, he's not wrong by saying that, but that's only on you. If you approach it with that kind of attitude and that kind of mentality, then yeah, it's not for everybody. Not everybody is going to go up to the main roster as a wrestler and be a beast and beat people and win titles. No. You have to be significantly special to be selected for those. And not only selected, but you are selected by your presentation as far as, do the fans respond to you? They're going to give you, when they decide to put you on the main event, they're going to give you opportunities to get TV time. You go out there, you perform based on your performance, based on the crowd's reaction, participation, and then, of course, their ability to get up and take money out of their pockets and spend it on your merchandise and your likeness. If you can do that, if you can put butts in the seat, if people are buying tickets so they can come watch you, if they're buying your T-shirts, you're gonna win titles. You're gonna have money. You have to be a draw, bro. You have to be a draw. A lot of people always argued about Hulk Hogan. Oh, Hulk Hogan, no. He didn't work with him. He didn't work with a lot of guys because a lot of guys weren't a draw. A lot of guys couldn't sell out a Coliseum. A lot of guys weren't Andre the Giant or the Ultimate Warrior or Macho Man or Roddy Piper or whatever the fuck. And it is what it is. That's just the way it is. Some of these guys are never going to be at that level that they think they deserve to be at. Now, does Dijak deserve to be at that level? Yes. Yes, from the matches I've seen him have on NXT, he's so goddamn good. He's had match of the year contenders almost every year I've seen him in action. So Dijak does have some legitimate gripe here, but at the same time, I don't agree with that. I don't think it's an overall death sentence. I know why he could see it like that, but I can't agree with it. I can't agree with it. Let me know what you have in the chat right there, what you think about this subject right here. Who had the greatest catchphrase of all time? Let me think about that for a few. What's shaking? Fresh take. How you doing? We appreciate you being here. Greatest catchphrase of all time, when I really think about it, has to be, and that's the bottom line, Stone Cold said so. That shit, 14 years old, hearing that as a little kid, that shit had me fucking hyped. I go to school the next day. Nah, you shut your ass up, because George the Greek said so, bitch. Put some bitch on it. You can throw a suck it in there. Suck it was a good catchphrase. Can you smell? It doesn't matter. What you gonna do? Yeah, that was what you can you dig it? There's a lot of good ones. There's a lot of good ones. But yeah, it has to be, and that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. That's the bottom line. That had to be the best one. Ricochet will cost Ron the title on Saturday. Yeah, I could see that. All right, Mick, we played your video twice already. I think you're getting a little greedy tonight. Maybe at the end of the show, if you manage to stick around, you message me at 9:55, and maybe I play your video. I already played your video twice. Don't get greedy. Contract expired. All right, we'll figure it out. They weren't released, so there's no 90 days. Okay. They're free of the contract. Okay. Survivor Series 90. SummerSlam 02. Gianna says, if you smell what the Rock is cooking. Solid catchphrase. Right now, we get a little match here. We'll get back to the breaking news while Oro Mensah's making his entrance. Mercedes Moné felt like she didn't belong towards the end of her WWE run. And you know what? You didn't belong, because they said to you, you and her are going to lose to her and her. And you're like, no, I'm not. I'm not going to drop names. I'm not going to get into specifics. Bottom line is this. She pulled a Bret Hart. They told her what the finish was. And she said, nah. Took her ball and went home. Took her ball and went home. Okay? I want to know, what do you think about Mercedes' run in WWE? Where do you put her and all the horsewomen? Is she better than Bayley? In my opinion, Bayley, Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, all better than Sasha Banks. That's just my opinion. And this Sunday, I just want to make sure everybody understands this Sunday how important it is. This Sunday, these wrestlers, they have a chance to get this Money in the Bank briefcase. They have a chance to get this Money in the Bank briefcase. It's inside of this briefcase, there's a contract. Now, I climbed up and I stole this myself from Seth Rollins, all right? I climbed up his window and I went to his house and I stole this. This is the same briefcase that Seth Rollins used to cash in on Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. And I stole it from him. And you know what? He ended up, we talked about it a few years later when obviously I had more money. And I hit him up. I said, listen, I stole this from you. But that's because I respect you. And I offered him a large amount of money and I paid for it. And here it is. The real briefcase that Seth Rollins used to cash in. It's been painted, so it might not look like its original color, but obviously it had a lot of damage when I stole it. 3 dogs. You know what? I don't want to talk about it. Ludwig Kaiser confirms rib injury on July 1st Raw. Prayers out to him. Hopefully he has a quick and healthy recovery. Stephanie McMahon spotted in attendance for July 1st WWE Raw, and she probably, obviously showed up to support her man, Triple H, who's doing a phenomenal job, best booker in wrestling right now. And she's the wife to the best booker in wrestling in the world. She's literally like the first wife of professional wrestling. So everybody, let's clap and applaud for Stephanie McMahon. All right, possibly the greatest female mind in the history of this sport. Pat McAfee, his WWE return is set for July 8th. He recently lost some family, so my condolences out to him. Prayers out to him and his family. I think he needs to come back because he loves this. You can tell when Pat McAfee's out there working. You can tell without no question that he loves what he does. He loves being out there. He loves talking with the fans. He loves it. And can you blame the guy? It's a dream job. Who wouldn't want to have that dream job? We're going to get like 10 in with the sand right now. What was it? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, I'll switch. We'll get 10 here real quick. Well, why not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yeah, we'll get a little one in. Why not? Later on, we're going to bang out our 90 rep set. That gets us very tired and we go to bed very good now. That's what I've been doing. I like to work out at the end of the day, so I get myself tired and go to sleep. So you haven't been seeing me play video games. What I've been doing is working out. And under this shirt right here, what's happening is the real body of a Greek god, Adonis Savage, is being formed slowly. Because not only do I talk better than everyone, I actually look better than everyone. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it to the next level that I've never done before. I'm going to take it to a level that I haven't obtained yet. And when I get there, warn everybody, it's going to get fucking serious really, really quick. Can't wait to work with guys like Pat McAfee, though. It's going to be a lot of fun one day. Shane McMahon was spotted. Shane McMahon was spotted with a top AEW star, and that star was Mercedes Moné. And I should have changed the headline. I should have went there. I should have photoshopped that. That should have said Shane McMahon spotted with overpaid AEW superstar who was in a match in Forbidden Door. And by the way, don't think I don't have the slides for AEW. Don't think I can't sit here on my WWE Weekly Update and update you on everything AEW in less than 4 fucking minutes, because I absolutely motherfucking can. MJF's going to run for president one day. Bank on it, bitch. Everybody have a happy 4th of July. Go buy this shirt from Swerve Strickland. AEW shop, AEW.com. Go support DMD. The doctor is back. Shop, AEW.com. A preview of Dynamite coming to you live on a Tuesday night, but tomorrow night we'll be talking about AEW Dynamite here live on Wrestling with Savage, the greatest wrestling podcast in the world today. The greatest wrestling podcast in the world today. We'll be talking about Mercedes Moné. She will be back tomorrow to have her double championship celebration, and there's nothing more that I want to see tomorrow night than Mercedes Moné dancing a little more on TV. That gets me excited. That gets me going. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Check it out. Jeff Jarrett, tomorrow. Wild card. Who's it going to be? I can't wait to see. I'm curious. Let me know in the chat if you have any clue who this wild card is going to be. A lot of people are saying it's going to be Hangman Adam Page. We'll see. Tomorrow night, also, Chris Statlander, Willow Nightingale, one-on-one. And there's some heat there. These are 2 heavy hitters. These are 2 female wrestlers that should both be getting paid, and I'll go full screen to say this. These are 2 female wrestlers that should both be getting paid a significant more amount of money than Mercedes Moné. Pac, Bryan Danielson. This match right here, no lie, it has tickled my pickle, and I am beyond excited to watch this match. This is professional wrestling. This is what you live for if you're a professional wrestling fan. If you love professional wrestling and wrestling in a ring between 2 warriors tomorrow night on AEW Dynamite, Pac versus Bryan Danielson is going to deliver. If you ask me how I feel about this match, that's my response. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's how this match is. It's a good fucking match. Will Ospreay taking on Daniel Garcia. And you know what? We were just talking about if you want to see a good professional wrestler. Dude, you know this match is going to be a banger. But how is Will Ospreay going to be after just 4 days after taking that loss to Swerve Strickland at Forbidden Door. 3 days? Even Sunday, Monday, 3 days. He's got 3 days to prepare for Daniel Garcia, who's coming for that ass. Daniel Garcia, unlike Sasha Banks or Mercedes Moné, Daniel Garcia knows how to dance. And he's a much better wrestler. And he should be getting paid $15 million before her. If you've been living under a rock, then you should know that I was at AEW Forbidden Door. I was also the best dressed human in the building, representing Jacob Batu from the Bloodline, showing everyone what a picture of the greatest walking wrestler on planet Earth today, as far as being a legitimate badass. It's Jacob Batu. Just know that. It was a good fucking time. Forbidden Door coming to you live this Sunday. I was there, so Pentico took on Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher won his match. The House of Black won their match. What the fuck are they doing on the pre-show? Willow Nightingale won her match. What the fuck is she doing on the pre-show? Mariah May took the loss to Saraya. And here's the thing. You spent a lot of money for Saraya too, right? Tony, you spent all this money on Saraya. Meanwhile, she's on the fucking pre-show. What are you doing? Why do you have athletes that you're paying millions of fucking dollars to on the fucking pre-show? That's like having Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman and telling one of them, "Oh, you're going to be on the bench tonight." What the fuck am I seeing? Saraya should be a prime time fucking player. And Mariah May too, but that's besides the point. Lucha Bros. By the way, Ora Mensa just picked up his big win on NXT. He's a winner, I guess. Metaphor over here now got the win. No Quarter Catch Crew, or whatever the fuck they're called. They're very upset right now. Maybe they're going to kick this guy out. Holy shit, that drop kick right there. Wow. Ora Mensa with a cheap shot, though. He's a bad guy. He's got to do what he's got to do. I don't blame him. I don't blame anybody who takes a cheap shot. I'll get back to the Forbidden Door results in case you guys were still wondering. MJF, first match of the night, comes out, does the Sky justice, and comes out and lights up the stars because everybody was on fire for this guy. It's Long Island Arena. You know he's going to get the pop. He did a little crowd surfing, came to the ring, and had a phenomenal match with Hechicero, who's an absolute beast of a guy. Sign this guy. He's a fucking star. And if AEW doesn't sign him, WWE should. This guy is money. And maybe that's why MJF worked with him, because he likes him. He said, this guy's actually good. All right. So the Elite, of course, they won their match. They beat the Acclaimed, because you're not going to beat Okada right now. He's too hot. Bryan Danielson wins his match against Shingo Takagi. Toni Storm retains her title, wins her match against Mina Shirakawa. And listen, that match was money. It ended with a three-way kiss between all three ladies, Mariah May and Toni Storm and Mina. They lit up the screen, bro. The hottest female act going in professional wrestling today. It's on AEW, believe it or not. Orange Cassidy lost to Zack Sabre Jr., and this match was fucking awesome. Zack Sabre Jr., I talked to him at the Wrestling Universe, and I asked him, "Are you going to kill Orange Cassidy?" And he said, "No, I'm not going to kill him. I'm just going to stretch him." And that's exactly what he did. He stretched him, and he stretched him good. By the way, on NXT right now, we see Wesley, and he's showing his little comeback story and how he was on his crutches and he had to have comeback. And I'm going to get to the chat in a second, guys. I just really want to get through this Forbidden Door, and I'll get to everybody's chat. Any questions? Samoa Joe, Hook, Shibata, they won their match. Chris Jericho taking the loss. Big Bill, Jeff Cobb taking the loss. Jeff Cobb, why are you even here? Like these random bookings. We don't see this guy for months, and then he just shows up for one match at Forbidden Door. It makes no fucking sense. Ladder match. I was there live. I was thinking this match was going to be 100 times better than it was. One of the ladders completely fell apart. It looked really bad. Takeshita should have won this match. Fuck Jack Perry. Your dad was good, but you're a piece of shit. Mercedes Moné, she beat Stephanie Vacora, even though Stephanie Vacora is a better wrestler than her. Had a better match, has better moves, looks better. Probably smells better too. Jon Moxley lost his title. He lost his title to Naito, who's now the new IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. I didn't see that one coming, but there it was. And in the main event, absolutely, this was the match of the night. These two guys put on a fucking clinic, and stay tuned because I have some really incredible pictures that I'm going to show you of the entire night. And while I show those pictures, I'll start looking at the chat and catch up at exactly where I was at. Again, from the bottom of my heart to all of you, I appreciate every single person that actually comes in here, watches the stream, enjoys it, and participates in the chat. I love questions. I love comments. Really gets me going. That's how you get me going, with activity, man. With activity. Swerve Strickland, again, picking up the big win. Big time right there. Here's a look at all the action from all the matches at Forbidden Door. Compliments of All Elite Wrestling and AEW's Twitter page. Colton Grundy, what's going on? Colton Grundy, appreciate you here, man. And dude, it's awesome. It's awesome that you're here. Let's get back to this. Sasha's the first. Well, we got a lot to catch up on the chat. You guys have went off on the chat. Let me keep sliding these pictures, man. Where are we at here? Bash at the beach. No, we got that. All right, so we got Sean over here saying 97 money is the devil. To him, he should have been better with the books, man. Just saying he was. Okay. WCW, I only watched NWO. That was it. Didn't care. Mick, come on now. Sasha's the fourth best. Yes, Gianna, I 100% agree with you. Sasha is the fourth best as we continue to look at these pictures from Forbidden Door. All right, Mick says The Rock has the best catchphrase, I believe. Stephanie is still hot. Colton Grungy, you are absolutely correct. She is hot. Savage, you're 40, right? Doesn't matter how old I am. I'm probably 936 years old, man. Okay? I have been around a very long time. First of all, I am Greek, so that makes me ancient as time. I am Greek. I have been reincarnated probably 37 times I've been on this planet. I used to have dreams where I was a warrior, coming off a ship and just decapitating people left and right with a very colossal looking sword. So I'm pretty sure I've been a Greek warrior at least 12 times, a scholar, philosopher, a wrestler, and a poet every other time. And I'm pretty sure I was a bum at least in 4 or 5 of the lives. Yeah, maybe even a psychopath in 1 or 2. And a good businessman in a few of them too. Shut your ass up, Sean. Age is just a number. Intelligence has nothing to do with age. I could be older than everyone or younger than everyone. My IQ isn't of this earth. But, you're going to Chicago. Who? No, you can't talk about people getting kidnapped on the show. Double J. Hell Squash. A lot chat. Love Double J. Seems to be legit wrestling with the two. Let's see. Let's see what else we got here. Come on, Sean. Double J. What is going on here with these chats? What is going on here? We're on commercial break right now anyway, so we got plenty of time to fucking kill. Rikishi and R-Truth are decent rappers. Colton Grundy, that's actually an understatement. R-Truth, one of the most talented dudes worldwide, whether it's in music, wrestling, entertainment, whatever you want to call it. He's a beast. I heard Rikishi's new song. He's actually really good, yes. R-Truth was definitely tag team with Road Dogg at one time, man. Pretty sure they were. Jack Perry is absolute trash. C. Henry, glad that you have arrived here. Yes, Jack Perry is fucking garbage. I always have a good time, man. Did you have a good time? IWGP title match was underwhelming. That is an understatement. Yes, that was a cigarette break. That match started. John Moxley literally walked right by me. I have a video of it. I was standing right next to him when he walked by. And I turned around and went to the restroom and I got a beverage. And yeah, it was great. Came back just in time for the main event. It was great. Well, listen, WCW, I couldn't have WCW. As a child, my access to TV I didn't get cable till I was a little older. So in the beginning, my only access to wrestling was VCR and Saturday Morning Superstars. Only channel that I had that played anything wrestling. And then by the time I did get cable, the only thing that mattered was Monday Night Raw. I never knew about WCW, really. I didn't learn about WCW until I was like probably 10 or 12. And then when I did, I didn't even care. And then, of course, Ric Flair, I knew about that. I found out about that at the same time it happened, whatever. But who cares? I was like, I'm watching Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, watching Randy Savage. I'm looking at WCW like a joke. I never took it serious, even though they had incredible competitors and they had some of the best guys, of all time, long term. But when I'm a kid, I'm so loyal to WWF
I can't even consider WCW. You know, people used to say Sting, and I used to think Sting was a joke. Ric Flair's a joke. That's how I used to look at them as a child. As I progressed in the world of wrestling, and then I started really watching their body of work, especially when YouTube came out. When YouTube came out, you can go back, find anything, you know. Yeah, WCW was great in the 80s, great in the 90s, and went to hell in 2000. You know, maybe even quicker than that. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? They had their day. I was definitely watching every episode when NWO did their thing. Yeah, I'm not surprised. No. Right now, the Good Brothers are on NXT. That's what we're watching live right now. They're cutting a promo. It looks like they want another match over here. I can't take them serious right now because they've been just... They look out of place on NXT. It's a little weird for me. And we're about to have another match right now, another women's match coming up right now. And it's going to be, where is it? Where's this match? Should have this match here somewhere. We don't have it. Carly Bright in the ring right now. I guess maybe they didn't make a graphic for this, but Carly Bright's going to be in action right now live on NXT. We'll see what she has to say through her words. Sometimes I like wrestlers not to do any talking. Sometimes I like them to just wrestle, especially when they don't know how to talk. They should only wrestle and let the wrestling do all the talking. Oh, the match is happening. Okay. It didn't get canceled. It's happening. It's happening. Hell yeah. Right here, ladies and gentlemen. Carly Bright, Wendy Chu. It's going down right now live on NXT. I thought this match was canceled because I didn't see anything about it on social media lately. Wendy Chu, completely reinventing herself right now. She has, you know, more zombie-esque look, more sick, twisted Nightmare from Christmas kind of vibes. Let me know what you think about Wendy Chu's new run so far. Is it going to last? Does she have a shot with this gimmick? We're getting ready for this action to start. We'll keep you posted on all the updates right here. But like I said earlier in the night, again, me and Zack Sabre, if you want to meet your stars, just going over to wrestlinguniverse.com. You can see all the upcoming events coming up. Purchase tickets. I'll flash the slides so you can have an idea of all the different talent that's going to be there. They always have wrestlers there all year long. So again, wrestlinguniverse.com. Pick up your tickets and come on down to the greatest wrestling store in New York City and in the world and meet legends like Jake the Snake Roberts and much, much more. Wendy Chu now starting off hot, slamming Carly Bright down hard to the mat. Carly now with a kick up, immediate, nice speed right there by Carly Bright. Impressive cartwheel. Gets out of the arm bar. Wendy Chu not letting go of that arm, though, right back into the arm bar and the hand wrench. And now Carly Bright with a head scissor takeover, turn down, rollout. Wendy Chu not having it, though. Looks like she's about to push her way right out of that head scissors. Diving headlock. Now has a side headlock on Carly Bright. Cinched in as tight as you can. And wow, what a way to start off the match. Wendy Chu looking very strong here. Wendy Chu going for a hip toss. Ain't going to happen. Carly Bright with a rolling takedown into a cover. Wendy Chu with a very, very quick kick out. Carly Bright comes out of nowhere. The big shot sends Wendy Chu reeling into the corner. Carly Bright now comes in, eats a kick from Wendy Chu, sends her flying. That running takedown where she grabs her by the face and slams her face into the mat. Very tough move right there by Wendy Chu. Has the advantage in the matchup right now. Oh, yeah, end of the year. Look at that. Modern day Maharaja is going to be fucking sick. Shelton Benjamin, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. We're watching Wendy Chu. We're watching Carly Bright. We got somebody in the chat right now saying that, I don't know what the fuck they're saying. 83 weeks, man of excellent excitement. Yes. Stone Cold Disco Inferno's finisher, the Chart Buster. Wendy looked smaller. Okay. She doesn't look smaller now, though. She looks like she's on top of Carly Bright.
So, like, I thought that, we were going to see Damian Priest versus Gunther at SummerSlam, but now it's starting to look like it's going to be Seth Rollins versus Gunther at SummerSlam. And let's think about that for a minute. How fucking sick is that, bro? That's crazy. It's crazy. I can't believe it. Wendy Chu with a high-powered clothesline in the corner. Back into the house on the top rope now. Carly Bray going for a ride. Woe of Tree hanging upside down off the top rope. Wendy Chu has some evil intent. Coming in hot. Flying drop kick to that midsection. Certainly going to leave a bruise there. Carly Bray holding on to those ribs. Cover and a kick out at 2. Near fall for Wendy Chu, who looks very pissed off. And I don't think Carly Brett's got a chance right now. Wendy Chu looks like she's on some other shit right now. Carly Brett fighting for her life with a headbutt, sending Wendy Chu off for a moment. Wendy Chu with a clothesline dodged by Carly Brett, comes in with a head scissor takedown. Nice running clothesline, Chu down. Another running clothesline, Chu down. Carly Brett trying to hype herself up, but she might have just hurt her arm in the process of doing that. Wow, running springboard kind of standing kick to the face that Carly Bray just did. Standing moonsault. Wendy Chu with the knees up. Carly Bray in a lot of pain right now, holding on to those ribs. Wendy Chu now has her into the arm bar, arm lock. Wow. Looked like almost like an arm bar lock into a chicken wing transition into a clothesline, and now has that chicken wing on. And Carly Bright's done. I mean, there's no way. She's done. She's laying it in. It's over. Carly Bright tapping out. Wendy Chu is your winner here live tonight on NXT. Colton says he's not a fan of Gunther. Really? Come on, bro. Gunther's a fucking beast. Come on now. Look at this picture. Look at the graphic I made. There's a reason why Gunther's there. Because Gunther is waiting for the winner of this match right here. And I put Seth Rollins big because I think Seth Rollins is really winning this match. It's going to happen now. I see it. I see it and I like it. I'm excited for it. Now on NXT, we're watching NXT. We just saw Carly Bright lose to Wendy Chu via submission. Wendy Chu choked that ass out. We're watching NXT, and we got another hype package here for this fatal four-way match with Trick Williams here. Let's take a little moment to watch a little interview from last night. Or a little wrestling, maybe. Savage here for Legacy Pro Wrestling. Kiki Bango, you just had an incredible matchup, and it turns out that you earned yourself somehow all that craziness. You got an opportunity at the Women's World Championship.
I do, and I'm grateful because Diamond, as usual, thought she would just come on in and mess things up and think she could walk away, without any sweat, without any blood, any tears, as a champion. But that's not how it works. And it's Kiki's time, and she didn't want to get it with me because she's scared of me. But Diamond, there's no more running. This is it.
Great work out there. Keep up all the work. I'm sure you're going to have nothing but success here at Legacy Pro Wrestling and all around the world. Make sure you're watching live for professional wrestling like this, only in New York City. If you have a chance, go on over to House of Glory. Check them out. They're in Queens, New York. So if you're in the area and you don't know about it, they do house shows for their students showcasing their talents, and they also do bigger events. They got one coming up July 29th with Swerve Strickland. That's going to be there at the House of Glory Arena. On July 28th, I will be at the Battlefield. There'll be a big show in Broadheadsville, Pennsylvania, and it's been a while since I've been in Broadheadsville. I can't wait to get down there and bring you all the action, the interviews, and catch up with everyone from the Battlefield. My original home base of operation. I don't do anything there without making sure I do it with my absolute best ability because I love that place. Mick T-shirt, Wrestling with Savage. Mick, speaking of T-shirts, you can go on over to my website, wrestlingwithsavage.com. I do got some merch on there you can check out. And if you get your mom to ever email me your address, I will send you a t-shirt, actually. Sean Moody has a care package coming his way as well soon. Shan McMahon spotted with a top AEW star. We talked about this earlier. Kevin Nash calls out Wrestling Con for misleading the promotion using his likeness. And then this story picked up a lot of traction. Kevin Nash put out a tweet. I'm not going to drop any names or say anything. Just go look at Kevin Nash's Instagram if you want to get more of the story. He's just calling out wrestling promoters. This guy asked the promoter to take his name and stuff off the poster, and the promoter did not. And that's not cool. You don't want to see stuff like that, especially if you're a fan traveling from far away, and then you get there, and then the wrestler that you came to see is not there. You're going to be pissed off. So, yeah, that's a no-no. You don't do that. Breaking news, WWE internally getting ready for Royal Rumble to have 2 nights. We talked about this in the past. Looks like it's actually going to happen. So, SummerSlam next year is going to be 2 nights. Royal Rumble is going to be 2 nights. WrestleMania is always going to be 2 nights. And they're going to make Survivor Series 2 nights. So it looks like they're implementing this, and it's starting off with a Royal Rumble, 2-night Royal Rumble. Getting crazy here. Rhea Ripley's return is absolutely imminent. It could happen at SummerSlam. At this point, she's been medically cleared for on-screen stuff. She can do anything on screen. She can't wrestle just yet, but it is close. Do we see her at SummerSlam? Do they save her for Survivor Series? Do we see her at Money in the Bank? Do we see her in any shape on Raw? Wait, stay tuned, because she's coming back with a vengeance. She's been sitting back watching Liv Morgan call Dom her daddy, playing with her man. Rhea Ripley is not going to stand for that. So Liv Morgan has a big problem. And that problem is named Rhea Ripley. So we'll find out there. Real quick, before the main event of NXT starts, which I believe is that contract signing, we'll quickly bring you Monday Night Raw. So the Wyatt Six, they stalked Chad Gable during his altercation with Jey Uso and delivered another package to Michael Cole. All very well done. I loved it all. Jey Uso was out there with Chad Gable, and they went at it a little bit, and that's when it got spooky. That's when the lights went out. That's when they started playing games with Gable. And again, teasing the story very slowly. It's okay showing this again, because this is the method. This is how they deliver their message. Their message comes in the format of VCR. And I love it. I think this is all good shit. Xavier Woods defeated Karrion Kross in a shocking win. And then, of course, Karrion Kross not just going to let that fly. He tried to really hurt Kofi Kingston. He may have injured Kofi Kingston. Liv Morgan defeated Zelina Vega in a women's world title match. We knew that was going to happen. But what we didn't know is the position that Liv Morgan would put herself in when she was all over Dom. Damian Priest chokeslammed Seth Rollins after Finn Balor basically tried to get a sneak attack in. Seth Rollins was in the ring thinking everything was Gucci until Finn shows up and he thinks it's a jump attack. But at the end of the day, Finn Balor showing complete disrespect to Damian Priest here, because Damian Priest already told Seth he's got nothing to worry about. Nobody's going to get involved. This is a one-on-one. And it looks like Finn Balor's not following that agreement, all right? And Damian did shove Finn Balor off of Seth Rollins, but it wasn't quick enough. It wasn't believable. If he really meant it, he would have threw that guy out of the ring real quick. Nonetheless, they were hyping up their match at Money in the Bank, which is coming down. And right now, we're hearing about Shawn Michaels. And we're talking about some disturbances from Brooks Jensen's. They're sending Brooks Jensen to the other side right now. So they're trying to make this real personal with Brooks Jensen right now in NXT. Shawn Michaels is out here giving him some time on TV, basically saying this guy has been going on Twitter, saying all kinds of things. So Brooks was trying to say that he was an alcoholic. He has to have a drink. Shawn said we had him have a sabbatical to clear his head. They were forced to take action to keep him away from TV and live events So Sean says that the easiest thing would have been to just fire him, but that this guy's part of the NXT family, so that they're not going to fire him. Next Tuesday, Sean has invited Brooks Jensen to come have a discussion with the NXT general manager, Ava Rain, apparently to discuss his future here on NXT and exactly what's going to happen, what we're going to see. And it looks like we have one more match right now. Carmen Petrovich getting ready to step into the ring and do battle. She has her samurai sword there. She's excited. Now we'll get back to Monday Night Raw for a second. All good stuff here between Seth and Damian. I'm excited about that match. Zoe Starks defeated Ivy Now at Dakota Kai, and she qualified for Money in the Bank. And listen, Zoe Starks could possibly be the best female wrestler in WWE. She's that damn good. I'm not going to say she's the best, but she's definitely in the conversation, top 5, top 10. She is that good. And this was a great win for her. Big moment to get her some retribution in her singles career. And then we got the video package. In a new package delivered from the Wyatt Six, Bo Dallas wrestled with his own identity in a frightening interview with Uncle Howdy. And this kind of continued to plant seeds. I took from this that, the reckoning is here, and he's going to make anybody who's a sinner pay, and people that don't even realize they're sinners. He called out a champion with, roots to their family, and I think he was calling on everybody, man. Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns. This guy is coming for everything. If WWE knows what they're doing right now, somehow, some way, you find a way to make Bo Dallas the Dark Prince of professional wrestling, like this unyielding, undying demon who can't just be removed. He is here. He is in the formula that is professional wrestling. He's going to be one of your mainstay champions for decades to come. They need to make sure they build this guy to be an absolute wrestling fucking machine. And I'm looking forward to it. Rey Mysterio defeated his son. I can't believe this low-beat, deadbeat father. And look at Dom's hair right here. That's an incredible shot right there. Son and father going at it on Monday Night Raw. Always fun to see, and it's crazy to see Rey Mysterio just leaping over the top rope with absolute ease at a very high age. Still doing it as good as he's ever done. It is nice to see. So shout out to Rey Mysterio for still looking like an absolute fucking stud in the ring. I don't know how you fucking do it. It's crazy. Braun Breaker unleashed 2 monster spears on the Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn, and I loved this shit. I loved it. And I hope that's what we see at the end of the match and Money in the Bank. I hope we see a fucking spear like this, and Braun Breaker, your new IC champion. Drew McIntyre, he defeated Sheamus and Dragunov. They made him look strong. Again, triple threat match to qualify for Money in the Bank. And my God, did they do a good job, because this match was, if you ever want to see a hard-hitting match, just go back and look at this one up, all right? Dragunov was laying shots in on Sheamus. He didn't give a shit. He was laying shots in. Dragunov is a warrior. A warrior. What's going on, Mick? I don't know. I don't think I'm going to Money in the Bank. No plans of it right now. Not at all. Not at all. It's 4th of July weekend, brother. I'm trying to take advantage of these beautiful holiday situations where I can get away, relax, eat, drink, and just enjoy some shit, blow some shit up, and eat like a fucking pig, and then come back and do it all again next week. Let's do another 10. Maybe we do 15. Petrovich right now, huge clothesline. It looks like she's set up to get the win here tonight on NXT. A lot of people are liking Petrovich. She seems to be like a crowd pleaser. What do you guys think of Petrovich? Do you like the katana? Do you recommend the katana? Oh my God, JC Jane is out here now, and she might be costing Petrovich the match. JC Jane, by the way, has no business out here,
And now out of nowhere, my God, just like that, looked like a trouble in paradise over here. Holy shit. Jasmine Nix with like her own version of Trouble in Paradise and absolutely fucking annihilates Petrovic. The assist going to JC Jane. Looking good, by the way. Why don't we do both at the same time? See if we can. Hopefully, I don't break the wire here. Axiom, Nathan Frazier in the back right now, and they're talking. I'm going to go up a little bit. Let's go up a little. Multitask here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Oh. Axiom, Nathan Frazier have a match against Chase U. I believe it's next week on NXT. Or no, actually, no, it's a Heat Wave. Yeah, it's for the tag team titles. Do you think Chase U is going to bring home the NXT tag team gold? Nathan Frazier just said that him and Axiom are the best tag team in the game right now. Monday Night Raw, let me know what you thought about it. Let me know what you thought the best show of the week was. For me, the best show of the week so far has to be Monday Night Raw so far. So far. We'll see. Tomorrow, we're going to watch AEW Dynamite. Forbidden Door, by the way, was awesome. I had a lot of fun at Forbidden Door. Speaking of Forbidden Door, here are the rest of the pictures that I didn't get to show you. All the action from Forbidden Door. And like I said, it was a good time. I had a really good time in Long Island, watching MJF do his thing, kicking ass. Toni Storm able to retain her title. Now, this match was the second best match of the night. Okay. Zack Sabre and Orange Cassidy absolutely murdered it. So happy to see Zack Sabre beat up Orange Cassidy. We're getting ready to see that contract signing on NXT, but before we do, we're going to talk more about Forbidden Door tomorrow night. We're going to talk more about Mercedes Moné. We're going to talk more about Moxley. We're going to talk more about Swerve Strickland. We're going to talk more about Will Ospreay. What a match. We're going to talk a little bit about the House of Black. What a match. This match was sick, guys. This match was sick. This match was beautiful to watch live. Very happy I got to see this live. Big shout out to my brother-in-law. This weekend, we went to House of Glory, Legacy Pro Wrestling. He trains one of the wrestlers there. You know, after that, we had some Greek food. Beautiful gyro. Oh, God, look at that. That's the way French fries are supposed to look, ladies and gentlemen. It was a really, 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 really good time. No complaints there from me. All right, we're here live at Forbidden Door. It's going down right now. Saraya versus Mariah May. Saraya versus Mariah May. Got a couple other videos. Let's see what this one is.
Nana, we're gonna do this. Fucking Nana. Nana, we say that, baby. Let's go. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, Swerve. Nice to see you, brother. Swerve. 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 Too easy. This shit too easy.
Big shout out to Swerve Strickland. That was awesome. Getting to just acknowledge him after the match and, you know, obviously, you know, letting him know I love him. Tremendous job. Very happy to see him retain that title. Even I was thinking Will Ospreay was going to take it there for a minute, but Swerve Strickland retaining is the right decision. He's having a great run right now. He's gaining popularity, and
he needs to hold on to that title for as long as possible. Petrovic right now going up to Ava Raine, demanding some kind of action for what JC Jane just did. Ava Raine letting her know that don't worry about it. Your friend already came and talked to me, and now you have a tag match against them two. And Natty, where's Natty? Natty's not here anymore, but now it will be Ariana Grace and Carmen Petrovic, and that's because I heard the rumor is I heard Natty's on her way to AEW like right now. We might see Natty like tomorrow night, maybe. I heard Natty, the boat, is going to AEW. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's here. It's the end of the night. We're getting ready to talk about the contract signing between these four men. But in the meantime, they want to make sure they get Sol Ruca as over as they can. She's cutting another promo right now, a little personal promo about how she works out with her beams and her bars and how she went to the beach and did everything from competing into gymnastics, went, to the University of Oregon where she was a national champion. Sol Ruca's a real athlete, guys. Very athletic. Maybe the most athletic woman in wrestling today. She's doing crazy shit. And let's be real. We're talking about real. Sol Ruca has maybe the coolest finishing move in pro wrestling right now. It's a great looking move. She could have the hottest finisher in pro wrestling today, man. That Soul Snatcher is no fucking joke. Tomorrow night, you can watch AEW live with us. Right now, you're watching the WWE Weekly Update. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m., I'll be watching Dynamite live, bringing you the entire week of Dynamite, bringing you all the results. We'll talk about everything that happened on Rampage, everything that happened on Collision, of course, everything that happened at Forbidden Door, and all things pro wrestling. Here on this show, you expect to get coverage of the show that's on TV, coverage about what happened that entire week in pro wrestling, breaking news, and much more. Yeah, we definitely will meet up one day, brother. 100%. We'll make that happen. 100%. And then we'll get videos together and we'll have a good time, man. We'll make some content, man. 100%, McThomas. We will make that happen. Look at you. Look at you. McThomason. Look how many times you're popping up. Look, yeah. I got you here. I got you here. I got you here. Nick, I got you. We will meet. All right, Heatwave next Sunday. Oh, wait, that's Sunday. Oh, my God. We have Money in the Bank and then Heatwave. It's a big weekend of professional wrestling. A lot of matches coming up, Heatwave this Sunday, man. I hope you guys are ready for it. Heatwave is going to be hot. Make sure you're watching. Look at all these beautiful matches, all right? We just saw Wendy Chu beat up her opponent tonight, but listen, Heatwave, man. Big time match. Ethan Page, Trick Williams, Sean Spears, Javon Evans, Fatal 4-Way. Let me know in the chat who you got. Leave a comment, leave a like. Roxanne Perez, in my opinion, going to lose to Lola Vice. Oba Femi is going to destroy Wesley and probably what's going to be a very, very good match. Sol Ruca is going to take the title from Kalani Jordan. I think Nathan Frazier and Axiom are going to lose these titles because of Rich Holland and the fact that Chase U is going to start cheating. Here's some look at the results from last week's NXT. Some photos from the action of last week's NXT. Always looking good. My man Ethan Page, Sean Spears. All this is what they did so they could get to where they are tonight, which is having that contract signed in the main event of NXT for this match at Heatwave. And, of course, all three men except Trick Williams, they're already in the ring. They already have a seat. Trick Williams gets his entrance live on TV. Fans chanting, "Whoop that Trick." But will they still be chanting that this Sunday? It's going to be interesting to see. Does anybody change on Trick? Do they start cheering for Javon? Maybe they side with Ethan Page. I want to know in the chat, Mick Thomason, how about you? Who do you want to win this matchup right here? Do you probably want to see Trick Williams win, don't you? You want to see Trick Williams whoop that Trick. Trick Williams letting everybody know there's a heat wave coming to Toronto. And he says he knows these guys are hungry, but it don't matter because they're all going to be chanting one thing. And he tells the NXT universe to start chanting. And then Ethan Page says, this is exactly why I love you, dude. I do. I absolutely love this about you. You don't care, do you? You don't really care. You don't care if it's a singles match. You don't care if it's a fatal four-way match. He's getting booed out the building right there. He says you're going to bring that same energy no matter what. You fight for these people. You fight with your emotions. You're the champ. You're the champ, dude. Ethan Page trying to put over Trick Williams right now. Okay, Trick says, let's talk about it. Ethan says, this swagger you have, I've seen this before. I saw this at Battleground. That match that I would have won, but you didn't, Trick says. Trick says, you got whooped. Quit wasting everybody's time and say what you're trying to say, boy. Ethan says, I was trying to until your rude ass interrupted me. Ethan says, this swagger that you're bringing out here, you plan on bringing that this Sunday. Pal, this Sunday ain't the same thing in Vegas, man. This ain't the same thing as Battleground. This is a four-way. I don't have to beat you. Yeah, Ethan making a good point, saying I don't have to beat you to win that. I can beat you, but I don't have to beat you. I can, but I don't have to. Ethan Page stating the obvious. He's saying the odds aren't in the favor. Trick saying you don't know what you think. You don't think I know what Sunday is? You think I don't know when my back is against the wall? All right. So basically, we got the basic match build up, dribble going on here. Oh God. Oh God. All right, we're here live at Forbidden Door. It's going down right now. I may just be Tony Storm here in Long Island, New York at Forbidden Door. What we have now here is live proof that AEW is not that good, because if it was, we're not going to let that play right now. We're going to finish watching NXT right now. Now Sean Spears has some words. Sean Spears telling Trick Williams he wants him to keep doing his thing, champ. He said, that's what's going to bring me that NXT championship at Heatwave. It's your emotion that got you pinned by me last week. It's that same emotion that got my hand raised. Spoiler, Trick, at Heatwave at Sunday in Toronto, Canada. My hand is going to be raised again. Trick Williams not liking any of this. He's very upset right now. Javon hasn't said a word yet, by the way. Now Sean going after All Eagle Ethan Page. Flair is the ambassador. Javon Evans now signing the contract. So, I'm a 20-year-old kid. Let me sign this. He says, when I saw your video earlier, it's your first PLE. You are headlining. Okay. Javon, Sean Spears says, Javon, you remind me of that sports team that makes it to the World Series, the Super Bowl, but doesn't have a shot in hell at winning the big one. You're just happy for the experience. Sean Spears dumping on Javon right now. Javon says, you know what's crazy? Everyone wants to use my age against me. Like I'm not a threat. Like I'm a punk. Javon says he's a little nervous, but he's also excited. He says he's excited because when I walk, everyone's going to know
Their boy is bouncy. Oh, Sean goes, wow. Javon tells Sean, why don't you tell everybody how much experience you've had holding the NXT championship? Oh, wait, I got the answer. You don't have any. So when I walk at the heat wave, I'm going to leave the NXT champion. And then I'm going to show you what an NXT champion really looks like. And that's on everything I love. And he put the mic down. Okay. Not bad. He kind of burned Sean right there. Fans now chanting Young OG. Did you hear what he just said, champ? Ethan Page now signing the contract. Sean Spears just signed it. Ethan Page talking hella shit. Trick toss to Javon. Actually, both of you guys. None of you guys can take this NXT title from me. These guys are all going back and forth right now. I wonder if this is going to turn into a brouhaha or are we going to get some peace here to end the night? Sean Spears says he's going to be the NXT champion. Javon with the H. Oh, Sean Spears with a cheap shot on Javon Evans because Javon Evans was talking hella shit. He called these guys two bums. Sean Spears has had enough of this bullshit. Now beating the hell out of Javon Evans. Ethan Page taking on Trick Williams. And now Ethan Page gets flatlined through one table and Sean Spears gets put through another table by Javon Evans. Now Javon Evans and Trick Williams have the face-off right next to the NXT title. And yes, the temperature is rising just in time for NXT Heat Wave coming to you live this Sunday from Toronto. Javon went to touch that NXT title. Trick Williams wasn't having that shit. A lot to talk about next week on WWE Weekly Update. We'll find out who is going to be the new NXT champion or if we still have the same NXT champion. A lot of questions, a lot of answers coming your way next week. Tomorrow night, make sure you're watching live. AEW Dynamite live stream plus the weekly update here live on the greatest wrestling podcast of all time. And remember, as always, don't be average. Don't be average. Be savage.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, project you live as a champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. Smackdown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.